Hello guys, I am back and today I'm going to be doing a 6-month check-in to my projects or products I would like to pan in 2022. So I wanted to really quickly just check in about the things that I have been using and the things that I haven't been using, and kind of revisit how realistic my goals were. So starting, I'm just gonna go through like I would my face. My two primers I called out were my NARS Smooth and Protect and my Revlon Mattifying. I've used up my NARS Smooth and Protect, which means I've now moved on to my Revlon one. I'm really hoping to have this done by the end of the year, and maybe even I can hit a third primer and get a good chunk through it, or maybe finish up a mini primer or something by the end of 2022. I'm feeling really good about this goal, and I think if I can keep working through my primers in this dedicated way, then I'll see some good progress. For my foundation products, I have my Coola Rosilience BB Plus sunscreen and my ColourPop Pretty Fresh. So you may be able to see my ColourPop Pretty Fresh is in weird shape. I cut it open, I'm getting every last little bit out, but I'm almost done with it. So this is another goal nearly almost hit, and it'll definitely be done by the end of the year. It'll be done by the end of the weekend. And then my Coola Rosilience, I am going to start by wearing this as a sunscreen. So I'm wearing it on my shoulders because I'm going to a baseball game. This is my baseball look. It's like super sporty. I'm kidding. Going to a baseball game. I'm gonna kind of use it as like a body moisturizer a little bit, or not moisturizer, sunscreen as much as possible, and then I'll use it on my face if I'm gonna be spending a lot of time in the sun. And other than that, I don't intend to use this on my face every day because it has so much sunscreen in it and it's not the right color, so it kind of just makes me look weird and then breaks me out. So, but on my body it's fine, and I think if I am going to be like running around, walking around some lakes or something like that, or going to the beach or whatever, this is good to like protect my face. Then my Kat Von D Repressed Minis I did use up, but I don't have the package with me. Then I have my bronzers, which was the Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette and my Benefit Hoola. I've not worked on either yet this year. I am panning my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. I'll link that series down below if you haven't checked it out yet. Once I finish up the bronzers in that palette, then I'm going to move on to my Hoola, I've decided. So I'm going to try and hit pan on my Hoola by the end of 2022. That is my kind of revisited goal. I like my Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette, but I panned it almost all of last year, and I like that palette, but I just needed a little bit of a break to use some other things, and I do really like Hoola. And also, as far as packing goes, it is not the most transportable palette, so Hoola was much easier to throw in my little capsule makeup collection for this summer. Then I included my Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer. I have also not worked on that because I am still working on my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. I would like to get through that eye primer. I don't have a ton left if I'm not mistaken, but it is what it is. We'll see if I actually finish both eye primers up this year. That would be perfect. If I could have 0 eye primer category moving on, that would be great. Then next I just had like a full handful of eyeliners, and I didn't anticipate actually being able to use all of them up. I just wanted to use up as many as possible. Right now I'm painting my Revlon Micro Pencil in brown. I think that this will go pretty quickly because it's so small and because it's a really easy color to wear. I got rid of my Cargo Swimbles in Black Sea because it kept breaking and falling apart and getting on the floor, and it was just not worth it. It was not the same formula that my other Cargo Swimmables are. It was too old. And then I have a Stila Liquid in black, my Cargo Swimmables in Pebble Brown, my Kat Von D Liquid in black, Lancome Pencil in Black Coffee, L'Oreal Infallible black, and then as I mentioned, my Revlon Colorstay Micro in brown. That's 6 eyeliners. I don't think I'm gonna get through 6. If I could get through a couple, like if I could get through at least 1 liquid and then like 1 or 2 pencils, that would be perfect. I just really need to force myself to pan them because I like using eyeshadow as eyeliner, unless I'm going to be lining my waterline, which doesn't use a ton of eyeliner. If I'm going to be lining my lid, I prefer a shadow. I think it's easier, and I don't have particularly oily eyelids or anything like that, so I don't have issues with it smearing or fading excessively. So I just like taking a nice dark brown and using my MAC angled brush. That's just my preference, but I do want to use these while I have them, so I am focusing on my Revlon one right now, and then I think I'm going to move to my Kat Von D Trooper for a little while because liquid liners always take a little bit longer than I think they are to use up, so I want to get that rolled in before we start to get too late in the year. And I had some setting mists. I have my Pixi Milky Mist. I was like halfway through that. I decided to not bring it this summer because I had a mini goal to use up this Makeup Magnet Mist this summer, to like just completely use it up and go home without it. We'll see how that goes. I haven't been using it a ton so far. I keep forgetting, but I do really like the Pixi Milky Mist. And then my Ulta Matte Mist. Honestly, there's so little left in this. I could probably use this up in a week if I like used it consistently. Just don't like this one, so I tend to not reach for it. I think what I might start doing is when I know I'm gonna be like out and about in the heat, because it's freaking humid as armpits here. When I know I'm gonna be out and about in the heat like this weekend, then I will use this, really set down my face, and then I'll be good to go. The Creme Shop Eyebrow Pom Pom, this is what it's looking like. I definitely won't get this used up this year, but just continuing to whittle away at it, I think, is just the way to get through this product. It still is a great consistency and everything. I haven't had to like spray it with setting spray or rehydrate in any way, so I'm just gonna keep going with it. Wearing it on my brows today. Sometimes I'll get in the habit of not using it and just using a tinted brow gel, because that is a little bit quicker, and I think it's sufficient for most looks. So sometimes I'll get out of the habit of using this, but I really like it, so it is what it is. So that just leaves lip products. So I have my Buxom lip cream in Rose Julep. I also have Hot Toddy listed here. Can't find it, so oopsies. It is what it is. I'm sure it's somewhere in my room, but for now I'm just focusing on Rose Julep. I tried to bring only the lip products on this I would like to use up in 2022 list to Minnesota. I brought like 2 more lip products than just these ones, but really wanted to focus on these this summer. I have my lip liner from Atelier Deluxe in Nude is what I'm wearing today. Fenty Gloss Bomb, ABH Spice, and Huda Beauty Trophy Wife. I've been wearing these two a ton recently. They're kind of like my everyday shades, and then this lip was perfect for this kind of more intense eye. So I'm happy with the selection that I brought with me and the selection that I decided to pan. If this is not done by the end of the year, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, heart to heart right now, I will absolutely lose it. You won't see me on YouTube anymore because I will be in like on the floor. So it is so little. Like, I don't think you understand how tiny this is. So I really want to get this used up. Same for my Fenty Gloss Bomb. There's no reason it should be in here anymore. It's so little product left. And then the one thing I did use up is my Laka & Co Sun Shower. I just got it down to where it was pretty much almost flush with the packaging, and it was so much of a pain in the butt to use it anymore that I was like, this can move on. It's not something that I could depot and turn into like a cream blush. It's not like a shade compatible with my skin tone for that purpose, so we let it go. So that is the one that I actually used up of these lip products so far this year. So that is everything that I have for you. Thank you so much for checking in with me, hanging out. I'm really happy to be focusing on these products this year, and I'm really excited at the end of the year to wrap this up, see what I used up, and then kind of set aside products that I would like to pan in the future years, because I think this is a good series to do to reflect on what you like to pan, because that kind of dictates what I put in project pans, since a good chunk of these are in projects. So that is everything that I have for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked it, please check the description bar. I will have a bunch of playlists of my project painting content and the kind of intro, the what I would like to pan in 2022 video linked down below. I would love to see you in a future video, so please come back. And other than that, I hope you're having an incredible day wherever you are. Thanks, guys.